We're planning for St. Lucia Carnival 2026, and we're going to get into our last category. This will be your welcome fetes, cooler fetes, and concerts. The first event we have, which falls on Carnival Tuesday, is Transcend Moonlight Mass. So this will be your evening time mass on the road. It will be 5 different color sections. You and your crew select your designated color and you guys dress in those corresponding colors. As far as what I saw last year, they did have local artists as well as artists from Dominica representing and leading each one of the colors. So it kind of becomes a little bit of a competition also. This event starts roughly at about 9 p.m. until. Now we're going to go into Carnival Wednesday. One of your welcome events is Hello. This is your ultimate kickstart to your St. Lucia Carnival week. This event starts roughly at 7 o'clock. Another event we have on Carnival Wednesday is Duive Pool Party. It runs roughly between 12 p.m. to about 7 p.m. The same people who brought you Duive Boat Ride and Duive Pool Party are also presenting Duive Pink Brunch on Carnival Thursday. Another event we have for Carnival Thursday is Bliss. This is your all-white drinks inclusive event. This runs from 6 p.m. roughly till midnight. Another event we have is Crave. This runs from 8 p.m. to roughly 2 a.m. On Carnival Friday, we have your ultimate concert for St. Lucia Carnival. This year, Machel Montano will be headlining. Color Me Red is an amazing concert full of acts, but I need to caution you that it is a long concert. It starts at roughly 6 to 7 p.m. and it goes well into 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, it's a little tricky navigating Color Me Red. You can go the general admission route or you can choose to do VIP, which will have your food and drinks. When it comes out to mapping out the time that you do get there, you want to take into account what you're going for. If you are going for the headliner, I don't want to say anything as it's certain. When I went, Kes headline and he was the last performer. I will assume Machel will perform last, but it gets so tricky because there might be so many other acts that you want to see and you don't want to miss out on the entire concert. So you really have to gauge and maybe wait for the entire lineup to see if it will be worth leaving another event early for, or just not going to any other event and just dedicating your Carnival Friday night to Color Me Red. It's up to you. Carnival Saturday, we have Remedy. This is your beach cooler fete. It runs roughly from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. The next event we have is Viva la Carnival. This runs from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Another event that I'm going to mention is Soca Garden. I will say put a little asterisk next to this one. I am not sure if they will be returning this year. This one is an ultimate soca party and they also have a performer who will perform. Now, if you are looking to go to other concerts, there aren't too many concerts that are going on during the carnival season, but a lot of the local talent will be making appearances at a lot of the events. So sometimes they'll get up on stage and do a little 1-2, 1-2. Also, you'll see a lot of the local talent on the road for Vaval Monday and Vaval Tuesday. So if you're worried about missing a particular local artist from St. Lucia, don't fear. You'll see them at plenty of the events. Now, as far as other entertainers and other acts, I think at this point, we'll just have to wait until we get closer to the time to see if any of the organizers are going to bring on other talents across different islands. We're going to go into Carnival Sunday. Now we have Brazen, which is your beach cooler fete. This runs from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. And you do have an option. If you don't want to do the cooler route, you can do VIP, which includes your food and drinks for Brazen. The last event that I'm going to mention is Shores. This is your beach cooler fete. This runs from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. All right, guys, I paid my dues. I left y'all with all the information that I had left in me. I squeezed everything out. Now, be mindful that there will be a lot of other events that you might come across when you actually reach, okay? When you touch down in St. Lucia, there might be new events that crop up. Also, another thing too is that you don't have to really structure your fet list in such a way and book all of these events. When you find yourself in Rodney Bay, you'll see that there are so many restaurants, lounges, bars, and clubs where during this season, everyone is so celebratory and having a good time. You can really just go ahead and get yourself a pitcher, get yourself a couple of drinks. You can hit up the liquor store and pour yourself a cup and a bottle and just see where the wind takes you from there. You can really kind of keep your schedule a little bit open for other things that may come along. St. Lucia is not too difficult to navigate when it comes to Carnival. It isn't necessary to hop around to every single event because a lot of the events are curated so well, you don't need to leave to go elsewhere. You actually may not want to leave to go anywhere else. So have your must have and go to events, but also leave a little bit of room for spontaneity. Enjoy St. Lucia Carnival 2026. I cannot wait to see some of you guys. Until next time.